Hey, give me just a second, folks. Give me just a second here. How's everybody doing tonight? I was sending the link to a few people, a few of the guests. Hey, if you're just joining us for the first time, my name is Jeff. I am a 20-year type 2 diabetic who has been able to put it in remission. And I did it by focusing on that big yellow circle in the middle there, something called insulin resistance. So we're going to talk a lot about that tonight. We got a lot of guests coming on. I'm excited for this. We haven't done this for quite a while, and we got a ton of guests coming on tonight that have had amazing results, reversed a lot of these things that you see on the screen right now, and we're going to share their wins, their struggles, what they've done to reverse these things, and what we continue to do. What we continue to do, because we've had such amazing success, is we try to help other people. So if you are someone dealing with one or more of these symptoms that you see on the screen, please join us for this live. Miss Luann Stone, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good. So I'm interested to see if everybody shows up, how this layout's going to look on this live. So we'll see. How you doing tonight, Chad?
I'm all right. I told Robin, I was like, I wasn't prepared for this until I got the message. I literally was outside doing a video, and I came in and I said, hey, what is this?
So I don't know. StreamYard only lets me have 9 people. So you and Robin may have to be on camera together if that's okay. We'll see how many of the other people show up. But
I said, that's fine. I can kick my phone off and go upstairs with her.
It doesn't matter, or she can come down with you or whatever. If everybody shows up that was invited as a guest, we may have too many people. So
Okay.
We'll see what's going on. There comes Ralph right now. There's another guy we haven't seen for a while. How are you tonight, sir?
All right.
So if you haven't heard some of these stories, you're going to make sure you want to tune into this tonight. If you have this live up on another device, make sure you mute that device or get it away from the device you're using for the live. We'll get a lot of feedback. Otherwise, I'm doing the same thing here, and I've got to go share this comment to some people. We're waiting on a few more guests, but we'll get started here very shortly. I don't want to take up a bunch of time tonight. So if you guys want to get started, we're still waiting on Jessica, Chet, Jared, and Michelle's not on camera yet. So I hope she realized she was supposed to be on here as well. But hopefully everybody's sharing this out on their page. Hopefully they're tagging people. Any guest? Jessica, I didn't send it to the right group. Hold on just a second, Jessica.
That was what I was wondering. That's why I was saying I could jump off and go upstairs with Robin that way in case we need to add anybody else.
No, you're fine. We'll see how many we got here. Jessica, why is it not popping you up? Hold on, Jessica. Folks, are you guys still hearing me even though I'm in here? Can somebody forward that link? I can do it from, never mind. I mistakenly left Jessica off of that group. That's my fault, Jessica. I apologize. But I will forward it to you. Give me just a second here. Let's see here. I want to share that link to Jessica. When you're trying to do stuff at the last minute, I got home, worked 12 hours, got home, tried to mow grass. And Jessica, you should be getting it shortly. All right. So let's get started. Michelle's joining now. Everybody's sharing this to their page. All right. hopefully this goes well. The last time we did one of these great big lives with a bunch of guests, we had tons of views on this, and that's why we do this. We do this because we want to help people. Someone reached out to us and helped us when we found this protocol, and now we're doing the same with others. So it looks like Chad jumped off and is going up to join Robin. So I guess we're going to start this off. And if other people join as we get going here, I will ask them the same question. I want to ask everybody a question. We'll kind of go just in the order we are here. We'll start at Luann. Luann, before you found this protocol that we're going to share with everybody tonight, what was your biggest struggle?
Well, heart palpitations, blurred vision, high floaters, and I was about 60 pounds overweight.
Okay. All right. So instead of going into our stories, I didn't word that right. I'm going to say it this way. I'll go first. My biggest struggle was I couldn't stay away from the soda and the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
That was my biggest struggle. No matter how much willpower I used, I would cave. Or that one blonde-haired lady down there in the corner there, I would come home and she would say, I don't feel like cooking tonight. We're getting pizza. I mean, okay, I was trying to do good, but I'm not going to turn down pizza. So that was one of my biggest struggles, was just staying away from Pepsi and pizza, right? Hey, Jessica.
Hello.
So now, Luann, we'll go again. What was your biggest
I
struggle?
can't hear Jeff.
I could not stay away from carbohydrates.
Okay. Who said they couldn't hear me? Somebody said they couldn't hear me. You guys hear me, Ralph?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. So if somebody can't hear me, it must be the settings on their phone. All right. Luann said she couldn't stay away from carbohydrates. What about you, Ralph? What was your biggest struggle that was keeping you kind of in the rut you were in?
I was the same as you, basically. Pepsi and pizza.
That's why my story resonated with this guy so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Instant.
he was like, that sounds exactly like me. I'm trying to figure out a way so you guys all show up more. There we go. I like that. All right. So Pepsi and pizza. How about you, Jessica? What was your vice or your struggle that you couldn't get away from? Because the reason I'm doing this is I think so many people out there don't realize what they're actually struggling with.
Mine would be sweets, Krispy Kreme donuts.
You sound like Michelle now. Well, I probably just gave hers away, but Michelle, what was yours?
Soda and candy. My desk's full of it at work.
Soda and candy. How about you, Robin? It's Robin that can't hear me.
Uh-huh.
Robin that can't hear me. Chet, we'll go to you.
Fried potatoes by the piles.
Fried potatoes.
Well, potatoes are a tough one. Everybody says, well, if you don't overdo it on the potatoes, it's not going to spike your blood sugar that much. But boy, they're not good for you, especially mashed potatoes. But yeah, fried potatoes is tough. How about you, Chad?
Mine was just what every man likes, right? Well, I can't say every man, but a lot of
Hear
them.
anything?
Can you hear me?
I
Yep.
can hear you.
There
Okay.
you're back.
All right. Beer, pizza, and in the same boat with Chet, potatoes.
Yeah,
So I liked all of it.
right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you, Chet. Chet can't hear us now. Chrissy, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, somebody's got multiple devices on here. We're getting an echo. Chrissy, what was your biggest struggle? Like, what was your vice, your go-to? You could not put it down no matter what.
Well, I had two.
Okay.
Coffee overloaded with creamer and buffalo Cheez-Its.
Buffalo cheese.
Jesus.
Okay. Robin, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I got you loud and clear. What was your biggest struggle?
Oh, definitely ice cream, cake, donuts, all the sugary carbs.
Michelle shaking her head. I'd be like, "Hey, we're trying to do good." I come home, there's Klondike bars in the freezer, or there's gallon ice cream. So, folks that are listening, like I know we're making fun of this, but if you notice, everything that was mentioned was stuff that's going to spike your blood sugar, and in turn, spike your insulin. And most of us were eating it or drinking it all day long, right? It's just the way it is. So many of us live off of processed food nowadays. But what all of us have found is a way to curb those cravings, get away from snacking all the time. And man, it's been a game changer. So we lost Luann. I'm sure she'll come back. We lost someone else now. Chet. We lost Chet. That's fine. So what I want to tell everybody, or I want everybody to understand, is if you're dealing with these health problems that I had on the screen here a minute ago, right here, I call this the wheel of torture, right? And there's other things that go on this list. It's crazy to think how many things are directly related to insulin resistance. And these are just a few of them. But if you have one of these problems, understand this problem didn't develop overnight. You were insulin resistant for years before all of a sudden you were told you have high cholesterol, or you have type 2 diabetes, or fatty liver, or whatever it may be on here. So I'll kind of ask you guys, you can nod, you can speak up, you can do whatever. We keep losing people. I don't know if it's my fault or what's going on here, but just keep trying to come back in if you get booted out. All right.
So just real quick, Jeff, I did notice that, like, if you're on a mobile device and you try to slide over and send a message in Messenger, it does kick you out, and then you have to log back into the
Okay.
video.
And that could be happening if people are on a mobile and didn't put your phone in do not disturb. That could be happening as well. But it's not a big deal. I do want to say, anybody watching, and we are live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, my YouTube channel right now. So let us know where you're watching from. Let us know, yes, I'm dealing with diabetes, or infertility issues, or arthritis, or whatever it may be. Okay. But here's the thing. And I want to kind of get an answer or a response from all of you. One of the telltale signs of insulin resistance is if you have skin tags, or if you have dark skin pigmentation, or if you have a big belly, or maybe you have sleep apnea or high blood pressure. Like, did you guys have those things and just ignore them and think it's part of aging, right? It's part of life.
Yep.
Everybody gets skin tags. It's where it's a friction area, where the collar of your shirt rubs, or any of those types of things. Like, let me get you all back up on the screen here where everybody can see you. I guess got to remember which one. So Ralph, like, were there any of those things standing out to you and you just kind of ignored them?
Check. Yeah. On down the line, I was literally the poster child and just ignored it, thinking that it was because of my age. I mean, I just turned 60, so I'm thinking, okay, it's just something that you got to deal with, you know?
Right. Yep. How about you, Michelle? Were those any of those that you were dealing with that you just chalked up as getting older?
Oh yeah, all of them. Everything.
So we'll just, instead of going through each person, how many people were dealing with at least two of those problems that I mentioned? Skin tags, dark skin pigmentation, sleep apnea, big belly, high blood pressure, cholesterol starting to creep up. All those things are red flags that there's something deeper going on. Insulin resistance is a worldwide problem. And I want to show you guys a slide, and I don't know how well this is going to work. But if you think that you're dealing with something and nobody else is dealing with it, I want you to think again. There's 270 plus million Americans, right? Now I want you to look at this slide. And if this is backwards, I'm going to have to flip my camera around. Okay, it's not backwards. I don't know how well you can read that. But if there's 270 million American adults, 47 million are on statin medications. Anybody here were you on a statin? Okay, Ralph?
Yep.
60 million Americans on high blood pressure meds. How many was on a high blood pressure med? 30 plus million on blood sugar meds. Me?
Yep.
Ralph?
Yep.
Today, there's 30 plus million American adults on some form of GLP-1 medication. Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro. And 30 to 40 million on anxiety or depression meds. Anybody in here that was on those? So that's 200 plus million Americans on medication. And there's 272 million American adults right now, roughly, right in that area. That's like 3/4 of the American adult population on medication. That is so crazy to me. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, I can believe it because I'm on 8 meds by myself. So what we like to get on here and teach people and share with people is that most of those chronic diseases that I was naming off right there that people are on medication for are reversible. And some of them you can reverse rather quickly, right? Now, none of us on here are medical professionals except Lou Ann. She looks at people's blood every day, all day long, and she can tell you exactly what you're eating and drinking and what's going on with you. But so sometimes we like to put her on the spot because she's the brainiac, right? But understand that all of us were dealing with something and all of us have been able to reverse it. And we were all on medications and the medications never fixed the problem. Did the medication you were on, did it reverse your type 2 diabetes, Ralph?
Not at all.
Did the medication get rid of your heart palpitations?
Nope.
Did the depression and anxiety meds fix you, Robin? Michelle, did your IBS meds fix the problem?
Nope, not any of them that I tried.
And we could go on and on. Chad, blood pressure. Did your blood pressure meds fix it?
Nope, just masked it.
Chrissy, did your meds fix your neuropathy? Oh, she went blank on me. Chet's trying to come back. I think Chet's down on the lake and thought he had good service, but probably not good enough service to go live. I'll just say that because he
There
Chet,
he is.
hear us. We see you and hear you, Chet, but Jessica, were you on any meds?
I was on GERD medication for 21 years.
For 21 years. So it obviously fixed the problem, right?
Right.
Okay. So here's all these things we've mentioned, folks, are directly related to insulin resistance, and we've found something to fix it, right?
Amen.
We found a couple of natural products, and it's so crazy because Michelle was the first person that found it because of me. And then Ralph found this protocol because of me. But then as you go down the line, like these other people, then Chrissy found me, Chet found me, but Luann, Chad, Jessica, Robin, like it was because Luann found Ralph. Robin is Luann's daughter. Chad is Robin's husband. Jessica lives in the community they all live in. And this just spreads like wildfire because once you start doing it, people are going to ask you, what in the world are you doing? I've known you for your whole life, and you look better now than you've ever looked. You have more energy now. You've lost so much weight. What are you doing? we're not doing any pharmaceuticals or jabs or any of those types of things. What we've all learned is a strategy. We're kind of like playing chess with our food now instead of playing checkers. We was all playing Chinese checkers at one time, and we jumped over checkers and went to playing chess, right? Because we know now how it affects our body when we eat it, right? And we know what we can do to make it have less of an impact on our body. So we all found a couple of natural products. They are patented. They are 100% natural. They don't counteract with medications. There are no pharmaceuticals in them. And really what they are is just giving your body the nutrients it needs that we're lacking from the modern food environment. So we're going to have a couple of you kind of share your stories real quick, and then we'll do a little bit about the product, and then we'll go to a couple other ones. So let's start off with Robin. She hasn't been on a bunch of our lives. Robin, like, maybe tell us what you were dealing with before your mom mentioned this to you and was like, hey, give it a try. Let's try to keep these to a couple minutes, right?
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, I got you.
Okay, good. So it's kind of hard to remember everything I was dealing with because I haven't dealt with them for so long. But the things that stick out to me the most was when I started was I had shaky hands. It was hard for me to keep weight on, and I had horrible joint pain in my hip, and I hadn't hit 40 yet by this time. So those were things that and the mood swings and depression and anxiety, brain fog, low energy. So all those types of things.
How long had you been dealing with that stuff?
I would say late 20s, and then the joint pain was mid 30s, early to mid 30s.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I was a gut health train wreck. It's bad.
And that's what most of us didn't realize. It all starts with our gut, right? But we don't realize that. So mom brings this up to you and you're like, yeah, right, whatever.
Yeah. I was kind of like, well, I don't need to lose weight. You know, I don't need to lose weight. And she's like, there's more to it than that.
Biggest misconception of a lot of people. This is not a weight loss protocol.
Right.
You are not going to lose more weight than you actually need to lose, than your body knows you need to lose, right?
Right.
So don't think, oh, just because I don't need to lose weight, I don't have it, I'm not insulin resistant. Yeah, you probably are. In fact, 93% of us are insulin resistant. Most just don't know it. But you were like, I don't need to lose weight, so.
Yeah. She was like, yeah, but you want to feel good, right? Don't you? This makes you feel good. Get your energy back. Feel young again, I didn't realize everything that it was going to do for me when I started it, but within that first week, I remember my shaky hands were gone and I just felt happy. My confidence was coming back. My energy was coming back. And I was like, oh, this is how it feels. This is what it's like to feel good. And the longer I'm on it, the more things start to change, the more inflammation goes down. And I have not had hip pain in at least, 6 to 8 months.
Wow.
I don't deal with it anymore.
So how long have you been using the protocol now? Oh, what happened? We lost her audio. Okay, can you hear me? Oh, we lost her. All right. Luann, how long has Robin been on the protocol now? Or Chad?
I believe 2 years.
2 years. All right. So something I'm figuring out here. Maybe this is because it says we can have this many people on here, but maybe our service is a little sketchy, or maybe everybody else's is. But so what? Hopefully she'll come back in. We'll let her finish that. Jessica, let's hear from you. You haven't been a visual, outspoken person on a lot of our lives. You're always there chiming in the comments and stuff, but what was you dealing with specifically? Robin, we'll let you finish in a minute.
Well, the GERD for 21 years, that was very bad. I was way overweight. Joint pain.
Seeing recent pictures of you, you look amazing, by the way. Way to go.
Thank you. I'm down 65 pounds so far.
Wow.
I was dealing with like depression, anxiety. I started noticing I was getting skin tags in my armpit. No energy, a lot of joint pain, just not sleeping very well, toss and turn all night. Very irregular menstrual cycles that were very painful every month.
Wow.
And well, we won't go into too much detail.
So,
but yeah.
So you found this through a friend of a friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you think? Like, were you like all in, or were you like, I don't know?
Well, I followed Luann and Dennis, but I followed Luann for probably about a year and just watching her journey. And from knowing her personally, I know she wouldn't put anything bad in her body. And I finally, pulled the trigger and ordered it.
Yeah. So,
and I've been all in since then.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously down 65 pounds.
Right.
Off of GERD medication?
Yes, my eyesight has even improved. I was in a progressive lens, now I'm in just a regular, what's it called? Just single vision lens now. Like my hair growth is better. I have no joint pain. I have energy now. I sleep all night. I have regular menstrual cycles now with no pain. My skin tags are gone. Not sure where they went, but they're gone. I have a sense of like a calmness over my body now all the time. I guess probably because I don't have anxiety anymore.
Right.
So I never knew what that felt like to like feel calm. And I've lowered my cholesterol over 100 points. Like I should have probably, well, not should have, but the doctors wanted me to be on cholesterol medicine, but I would never take it. But now they're not telling me to take it now.
That's awesome. Amazing story. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I know you're sharing this with everybody who will listen, and you're helping a bunch of people. So we thank you for that. Robin, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, so we cut off of how long you've been using this and where you at now.
Okay. I'm about 2 years, I would say 2 years in. And now my confidence is back. I have no shaky hands. I've lost some skin tags. I actually have noticed I have a mole on my belly that was like dark. I wasn't concerned about it or anything. I've had it for a very long time, but I've noticed that it's starting to fade. It's not as dark as it was anymore. Like it's fading now. Yeah. And, so there's that. No more joint pain. I mentioned that earlier. More energy, better focus. I just feel great. I just feel good.
How about that split personality Chad was telling me about? How's that?
Yeah, that she sometimes still likes to come out a little bit, but no, she's definitely.
I don't know if that's ever going to go away.
She's got to keep things exciting. She likes to keep things exciting. No, she's definitely farther in the background. Now I can way more contained, and I still might get a little because I'm just a naturally excitable person. But I'm able to maintain it at a more, better level than before. So,
okay. All right. Good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So we're happy for both you ladies. We're going to get one more here, and then we're going to do a little bit of the protocol stuff, and then we'll get the rest of you here before we close. Chet, you're going in and out. Can you hear me? All right. I can't hear you, though. Let's see here.
Oh, poor Chet.
He gets where he can hear us, and then we can't hear him.
Sign language.
Talk to me, Chet. I ain't got you, buddy. Technology. Are you there? All right, we'll move on. We heard from two ladies. Chad, what were you dealing with when you started this protocol? Because
Well,
I know you didn't get on it right away. You let Robin use it for how long before you decided to give it a try?
Robin was on it for almost a year and a half before I even tried it.
Okay.
So,
So what was your hesitation? Were you like, listen, I go to the gym, I run, I do all this stuff. I don't need that.
yeah, I thought maybe it was just one of those other harebrained schemes she was dreaming up, and thought it was going to work, but it never was.
Yeah.
So I was hesitant on even trying it.
So I'll ask you this because it's kind of what happened in my house. 1 month on this, and Michelle was like, "Okay, like give me a box of that. I need to try it." Maybe Robin didn't have jaw-dropping weight loss because she was trying to hold on to weight. So it took a little while longer for you to see some of the other things change. But then you were like, okay, this stuff it's doing something. Like I noticed a difference, so maybe I'll give it a try.
Yeah, so I noticed that, she was no longer had the anxiety and depression like she did. You could start seeing, the happiness, a little more energy, constantly moving, stuff like that. So I figured at that point, maybe it's worth a shot.
Right.
So I gave it a shot. I was only halfway in, and I had still lost roughly about 20 pounds. Even just being halfway in it, didn't really give up all of my habits. It was just, I learned to use the tools, and I used them the way they were designed to be used. My family, the majority of my family had high blood pressure. My father died of a heart attack. My grandfather had high blood pressure. My mother, my brother. I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, and at that time, it was like, you go to that store there on the corner, or that little corner building, and they tell you it's just hereditary, right?
Mhm.
But I can tell you, after being on this, I have not taken one. I have not had high blood pressure in almost a year now. And I measure it almost every single day. Uh,
That's
so
awesome.
I can attest that I feel better, and I have better energy as well.
That's awesome, man. We're happy for you. This is a guy that runs, Spartan races and mud runs and all these, pretty intense type athletic events, and he's good at it. And I got to see it firsthand when we were in Florida. So, man, we're just happy that you were able to get, with that family history of high blood pressure and strokes and heart attacks or whatever. Just happy for you that you got that under control. It's not something you got to worry about anymore. And the thing is, folks, this is so simple, right? This is probably the most simple thing I've ever done for my health. Would you guys
too.
agree? I mean, I don't want to put words
Yes.
in his mouth, but
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you can do this,
And it tastes good.
you can pretty much get results like we've all gotten. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say this is some magic potion and this is, the only way you can do this. If you have tons of discipline, willpower, you're a very consistent person. If you put your mind to something, you can stick to it. You can get these results, right? What we have all now learned, I think, is that all these problems were dietary related. We were doing it to ourselves. We just didn't know it, right? I mean, if we had the belly or we're overweight, we knew that it was, our diets suck. We're eating too much and we're not moving enough. But when you go to the doctor, that's all they ever tell you is eat less, move more, right? How many people listen to this right now, let me know in the comments. Have you ever been told to eat smaller portions but eat more frequent meals? Eat 5 to 6 times a day, right? That's what's going to keep your metabolism up.
Yep.
Until you are insulin resistant, and then all that does is keep your insulin levels up. And your body can never switch from burning carbs and sugar to burning fat for fuel. You'll be a constant carb burner. That's why you're always reaching for a snack. We do this to ourselves because we're eating too much, too often, of the wrong kind of food. And then we're sitting around. Most people lead a sedentary lifestyle. You got a job where you're sitting at a desk or, sitting in a truck all day or whatever it may be. And you're not moving your body enough to use up that glucose in the bloodstream. And you end up like Ralph and myself with type 2 diabetes, or you end up with heart problems or high blood pressure or neuropathy pain or IBS, or the list goes on and on. So one of the products that we use, and I think everybody on here kind of agrees with this, I call it liquid gold. It's my go-to now. I very rarely drink anything but this drink now. And what it is it's chlorogenic acid. I had never even heard of chlorogenic acid before I heard about this. And Luann's in the medical field, and she's shaking her head going, I never heard anybody talk about chlorogenic acid. Ralph, or Chet, can you hear us now?
Yep.
And I can hear you. Yeah, you got it figured out.
Well,
good job, buddy.
my pad, it had you on there, but it would not hook up sound wise.
Oh, okay. Are you on vacation?
What's that?
Are you on vacation?
I got back again yesterday.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was just you had service, but it wasn't good enough to be on the live. But okay. Well, we're glad you can hear us. We'll have you share your story here in a little bit. We're going to talk about the products real quick.
Yep.
So don't touch anything. I don't want to lose you again. Hey, I miss you, buddy. I'm glad you're on here with us. So chlorogenic acid. I'd never heard of it. And I start researching it, and I'm like, oh, it says it's a natural insulin sensitizer. Oh, it mimics the therapeutic action of metformin. Huh. Well, that's interesting. And then also it has theobromine in it, which is great for blood pressure and great for mood and all these things. And I learned that this is all derived from a plant called yerba mate. So I start digging into it, and I see these videos of medical professionals, Andrew Huberman and all these people talking about benefits of yerba mate. Well, what we have right here is the highest concentrated form of yerba mate on the planet. And this, and y'all can just yes or raise your hand or whatever. Like when I started drinking this, within the first couple of days, I just felt like someone lifted this 10-ton weight off my shoulders. And I had energy. And I was like, wow, what is going on? What is this stuff? But it wasn't the energy that I noticed when I drank the 2 24-ounce cups of coffee in the morning that made me like, wow. And then all of a sudden I was like, I need a nap. It wasn't like that. It was a steady energy. It was like I just started feeling better. Right? And I was in a better mood. And the next thing I knew was I wasn't hungry. I was like, what? I'm used to eating right now. Like, why am I not hungry? Ralph, how did it affect you within the first few days?
By day 3, I knew I was onto something, because literally, instead of waking up and going down to the couch and being tired, I woke up with energy, and I was just like, I don't understand what's going on. And I grab another tea and I just keep drinking, and it's literally liquid gold. I mean, it's amazing.
I want to ask you real quick, like you're driving around in a 18-wheeler all day. what was your go-to like drink of choice? You're out on the road. I'm sure you're drinking on something all day long. Like, what was your drink of choice?
Coffee and water.
Coffee and water?
Yep. But I drank coffee, and I'd get to the point that I got tired of putting sugar in it. It just tasted too sweet.
Yeah.
And then I would drink more water, but it done me no good. I was constantly felt bloated.
Yeah. So, did you replace your coffee with this?
I haven't drank a cup of coffee unless I just want to see if I missed anything, and I'm not. And
Right.
I don't never drink but a couple mouthfuls, but no.
I used to say I would fight somebody if I didn't have my cup of coffee in the morning, right? And I would say I've probably had 5 cups of coffee in 3 years since I started drinking this, because I drink this hot in the morning and it replaced my coffee, and I feel so much better. But so many of us are starting our morning with energy drinks or sodas or, something like that we're just really setting us up for failure for the whole day, right? So we started drinking this. Chet touched something. It disappeared.
I didn't touch anything.
He gone.
Your camera's gone. We can still hear you, but your camera's gone.
It glitched there for a minute, but I didn't touch anything. I swear.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So when you drink this, you just mix this in like 16 to 24 ounces of water, right? Some people, you see Luann, she's got a big bottle. Michelle uses a big tumbler cup. We all use something different. A lot of us use the bottle that comes with it, whatever, right? But you just sip on this throughout the morning. And what this does is it helps turn off the food noise. I never thought that was a thing, right? I thought it was, how many people thought it was just you? It was you lacked willpower and you couldn't just turn it off.
Yep.
When you're insulin resistant, you really don't have a choice, because the signals are crossed. You're not getting the right signals, right? GLP-1 is suppressed if you're insulin resistant. Your gut doesn't make enough of it if you're eating tons of processed food. This helps your body produce more of it naturally. Luann, what does GLP-1 do for you?
Well, there's a lot of things that it does for you, but it helps you to lose weight, and sometimes it helps you make. I can't talk tonight. It makes you feel better and feel fuller.
Okay. Michelle, what did the GLP-1 effect do for you? Because you were, I'm not telling these guys anything they don't. You were a constant snacker, right? So when you started drinking this, what did it do for you?
I didn't crave the soda anymore. I didn't feel like I needed to have hand to mouth all day long.
Right. Yeah. So that's the big thing with GLP-1. That's why so many people go get the shot, is because it curbs your cravings and shuts off the food noise. But I'll ask you a question. I don't want to get into a big debate here, but what you're injecting is synthetic. What God put in our body, or who the creator, whatever you believe in, whoever designed us, made our bodies make GLP-1. Now, do you think what we were designed to make in our bodies is better or worse than something that's made in a lab in a chemical, science experiment that you got to inject?
What our body makes.
I'll let everybody draw their own conclusions, but I agree with Jessica, right? So if I can get my body to produce more of that naturally, why wouldn't I do that? The Feel Great system, these two products combined have been proven to raise your GLP-1 by 107%. The newest study that just came out.
Yep.
So we sip on this. We drink 2 of these a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. If you're Luann, you drink 4 or 5 a day. But so
My secret.
and we all do it for the same reasons. We feel better, we have more mental clarity, we have more energy, and we're not having those cravings, the hunger pangs. We're not reaching for something to munch on. Okay? Now, along with this helping regulate your blood pressure, make you more insulin sensitive, help increase your GLP-1, it also helps ketosis or fat burning. It increases ketones by 60%. So if you're trying to lose weight, it's going to shut off the food noise and increase fat burning. Okay? So that's why we all love this. It's 100% natural. It's a yerba mate extract. It goes through a purification process, and it's the best thing ever. And it comes in several flavors. Now we lost Luann. She must have got a message or something too and got booted out.
I'm
All
back.
right. Anything that I missed about yerba mate that anybody wants to say or share, or because I would love for you guys to talk a little more if anybody wants to carry on about a specific product.
So a little bit about the yerba mate. I mean, there are some of those who are sensitive to caffeine as well, Jeff. So,
Good point.
there is the decaffeinated. I personally, I like the pomegranate, and I drink it in the mornings. And then in the evenings, I sip on the decaffeinated. And then William as well, we have him on it, and he enjoys it, and he drinks the chocolate mint decaf in the morning instead of his hot chocolate now, so he doesn't need that sugar fix in the mornings.
Awesome. That's a very good point. If there are people that are sensitive to caffeine, the other things in this kind of offset the caffeine. So you get the benefits of caffeine, but you don't get the jitters and things that some people get from it. But if you don't want to take the chance, we have 2 decaf options that you can choose from, right? And a lot of people, because this gives them energy, they would rather drink decaf late in the afternoon. That way they don't have to worry about, maybe staying awake or not being able to fall asleep or whatever.
Everyone,
me-
but I can't hear everybody.
For me, from day one, this actually helped me sleep better by being on this protocol. And I didn't have sleep apnea anymore. I wasn't snoring like a freight train. So those are benefits of the yerba mate, or we call it Unimate. Who wants to talk about this? Anybody? Michelle will? Okay. And then we're going to have share some more stories here, and then we'll talk about how people can get this stuff. Michelle, what is this, and why is it important?
That fiber is soluble and insoluble. It changed my life. My IBS was so bad. I hated leaving the house. I was anxious all the time, in pain all the time, scared to eat sometimes because I knew something was going to happen. It just happened every day. That is the only thing that has ever worked for my IBS, and I've had it since childhood. I'm a picky eater. I don't get much fiber. All of our processed and ultra processed food has the fiber taken out because that's how they can set it on the shelf for a year or 2 so it doesn't spoil. So we need to put that back in our system. And I've been missing it since childhood. I don't eat salads. I don't like broccoli. And it's just not for picky eaters. It's for everybody.
So tell us about this study right here. This is a study that was done at the Cleveland Clinic. I know it's hard for everybody to see when I hold it up there. And I may change this so I'm a little bit bigger and see if, is it may not make it easier to read, but tell people about this study, Michelle.
I think you need to read it because I can't see any of it.
Okay, so this study was done by the Cleveland Clinic, the #1 heart hospital in the world. In this study, they published it in the medical journal Metabolism. They said if such a product was taken regularly, it could reduce cardiovascular risk on a population basis. But I have always said from day one, I feel like this next part of this statement is why nobody's heard about this. Could potentially decrease the need or dosage for lipid-lowering prescription drugs, which are statins.
Mm-hmm.
So this has been clinically proven to be an all-natural statin. I will put this back. What slide did I have it on? There we go. So you're saying it helped with your IBS, the only thing that could ever help.
Yep.
You'd tried everything. You'd even done other fibers. The Cleveland
yeah.
Clinic says it helps with heart disease and cholesterol. Do you know that the CDC says that fiber, if you're trying to control blood sugar, fiber is your friend because it's slow. Now, this is the Center for Disease Control. They know this. It's published on their website. But we get banned, shut down, all the things for talking about it, right? The CDC says if you're struggling with blood sugar control, fiber is your friend because it helps slow down the absorption of glucose into your bloodstream. Also helps slow down the absorption of cholesterol and some fats, meaning if you have been told you have high cholesterol or if you've been told you have high triglycerides, this can help you. It also says on their website, if you're trying to lose weight, fiber is your friend because it helps satiate you. It helps keep you from overeating. It also is great for colorectal health because it helps feed the good bacteria in our gut. And we need the good bacteria to thrive so the bad bacteria is not taking over, right? We got to have a diverse ecosystem in our gut or bad things happen. It also helps with dysbiosis or leaky gut. And it helps with cardiovascular health. So if fiber is that important that the CDC talks about it on their website, why aren't our doctors telling us about this?
Good
It's
question.
listed. These two products right here are listed in the physician's desk reference where all your medication is listed that we've all been taking. These two products are listed in there as nutraceuticals. This one, you mix in 8 ounces of water and you drink it 5 minutes before you have your meal. Chad, when you started taking this fiber, did you notice any change in your appetite or like were you still eating as much or were you eating less or?
Sorry, I'm under Robin now because my phone died. But
yeah, I can still see it's you, so I didn't.
Yeah, it's me. But yeah, so we mix it with a little bit less water, and make it thicker. And the reason it fills me up. So I take it roughly 10 minutes before I eat, let it settle, and then I eat a lot less when I do eat.
Very good point. So I noticed back when I first started this system, the thing that we were telling everyone was take it 10 minutes before your meal. And I think that was a game changer for me when I was doing that. Then Dr. Ben Bickman come out with this study and said the effects don't really matter. You can take it with your meal or right before your meal or 10 minutes before. It's about the same. For me personally, I know taking it 10 minutes before my meal always helped me control how much I was eating. Anybody else feel that way?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you're still feeling like you're overeating and then you feel afterwards, just try taking your fiber 10 minutes before. Give it a chance to like thicken up. And it's just going to help with your glucose absorption and whatnot afterwards, even more. So I want to hear a few more stories. Chet, we'll go with you right now, because unless you can't hear us again.
I finally got back to where I can hear you again.
Okay, great. So where were you at with your health when you started watching me on social media?
An absolute wreck. I ate so much junk in the truck. A lot of times it was out of boredom. I was hungry, but not really. But it was something to do.
Yeah. So
And
let me, before you go on, I want to ask everybody, because you brought this up. How many people feel, and I've realized this because I've done multiple day fasts now, that most of the time I was eating out of boredom, habit, or some kind of emotional event, some kind of just, I was like, and when I did my first 3-day fast, I was like, oh, that wasn't even hard. Like, why am I eating all the daggone time? Right? So if that resonates with somebody in watching this live, please drop it in the comments. We will see them later, even if you don't do it now. So go ahead, chat. You were munching all day long, driving around in that truck, and I'm sure it wasn't the best food, right? You got truck stops and whatnot on your route.
I would go. I always had stuff in my lunchbox. I'd go into a gas station and dump fuel, and I might grab a bag of chips. Not that I needed them; they just sounded good, so I'd get them. And it was getting so hard to get in and out of the truck. My joints hurt me something terrible, and I was fighting.
I want to ask you, and this is because I know your story, but I don't know your answer to this question. Did you finally decide to give this a shot because your leg was so bad you didn't know what was going to happen?
I literally have my leg when it was at its worst point. I was sitting here just looking at it. I would show you, but I'm afraid it'd get us kicked off.
But it's not that way anymore. It's still discolored, but it's not like it was.
Or the collar's even getting, it's getting better. It's a slow process, but it's getting better all the time. But I don't have any open sores no more.
Now, just so everybody knows, Chet's 67, right?
No, 69. I'll be 70 next.
69 years old. He just did a 5-mile mud run with his son a couple weeks ago. Would you have done that 2.5 years ago?
No. You wouldn't have got me to do anything I've done in the last 2 years.
So within a year's time, you've done a Spartan race and a mud run.
Oh, yeah.
How much weight have you lost on this protocol? Now, you're still driving truck every day. So any truck drivers out there saying, listen, I can't do this. I'm in a truck. Like it's gas station food. It's truck stop food. It's fast food.
It's no problem to, most days anymore, I eat one meal. And like you was talking about doing a fast, that scares people so bad. And it did me. There's no way I was going 5 hours without eating, let alone 20 hours. And now, and I don't want to scare anybody, but a 7-day fast is not that big deal. I don't need the food. I don't need it like I used to.
Yeah. Well, Chet, we're happy for you, man, and keep doing your thing, buddy. To know that you're about 70 years old and you're doing these Spartan races and mud runs, that's awesome. We're going to go through this quickly. It's almost 9 o'clock, so everybody give us a quick overview. Ralph, what were you dealing with? Where are you at today?
Well, I was the gut health train wreck prior to this, and that's when I found you because we basically mirrored up. I had the same issues. I had the diabetes, the cholesterol, the overweight, everything. The neuropathy was my big issue. I was at the point where I had taken the meds forever, and the doctor was telling me that I was at the point that basically I was going to need to see a specialist, who sent me to another specialist, who ended up telling me that I was going to need to get the injections in between my toes and was probably ready for insulin. And I was like, big baby at the time, I'm not doing injections. It's not happening. You're not sticking nothing in between my toes. And I was like, there's got to be a different way. And then I saw this oil field worker yapping on about how he'd lost weight and his neuropathy pain was gone, and bells and whistles went off. I'm like, hold on. It's all natural, plant-based, comes with a money-back guarantee. And he's talking about losing weight and the neuropathy is gone. Or I can stick with what the doctor is telling me and start doing these injections. And I'm like, no, okay, let's try it. 4 months. Neuropathy's gone. IBS is gone. Literally, I'm just 50 pounds gone. No workouts, no gym membership, none of that. No diet plans, none of that. Because I was literally going to see if I could prove the system wrong, and there was no way that it could work when over the last 14 years, my doctor's plan never worked. So this couldn't work. In 4 months, everything reversed. Literally everything.
I got to show everybody a picture here.
Yeah, the 9-month pregnancy picture.
13 months.
As always.
Let's see.
Hopefully you won't be able to find it, because we ain't ever going back. We ain't ever going back.
Come on, Ralph. You know
There-
you want to see it.
Oh, there he
There
is.
we go.
There it is.
13
Yeah.
months.
Yep, twins.
So, Chrissy, I want you to chime in here because
Okay.
you, myself, and Ralph all dealt with neuropathy.
Yep.
Yes.
I will argue this till the end of time. There's nothing like as debilitating as neuropathy.
No.
When your feet hurt so bad, you don't want to walk from your chair to, the kitchen, let alone do any kind of exercising. I mean, it is so horrible to have neuropathy. And some people get it in their hands and fingers.
Yeah.
Some people get it throughout their whole body. A friend, someone we know had it like head to toe, which
I had it as well in my fingers and also a little bit around my midsection.
Wow. So I can't imagine. I just had it in my feet and toes, right? And the thing that was crossing my mind was, well, when I was growing up, it was always, if you seen somebody that had an amputation, they just said, oh, they got the sugar, right? Like I heard that a lot growing up. And as I got years into my type 2 diabetes and nothing was getting any better, and then my feet started hurting and going numb and burning and all these things, that's all that was running through my mind is, how many more years do I have before I start losing toes or a foot or whatever? And this protocol was a godsend because within 9 months, my neuropathy was 90% gone. And I know for you two, like you guys felt so good that you guys started doing these hiking challenges and walking and stuff all the time. Was that because, I mean, I knew you did it for your health, but so many years of not being able to walk around comfortably and hurting and to now be able to walk without pain, it just makes you want to get out and move and do something. Is that kind of how you were thinking, Ralph?
It was for me, exactly. I needed the challenge, and because I got up with that energy now, I was like, you know what? Let's just start walking and start hiking. I ended up doing a 365-day challenge where their challenge was basically just go 365 miles, no big deal. I took it one step further, being the knucklehead that I am, and I did 365 days. Every single day I went out and hiked, and I did over 1,000 miles. And that's as a diabetic with neuropathy, 1,000 miles.
Yeah. It's Chrissy, so I'm going to run through this quick. I don't know. Did you disappear?
Uh-oh.
Chrissy gone again? So Chrissy was dealing with, I'll share her story real quick. A friend of hers saw me on Facebook, said, hey, maybe you need to listen to this guy. She was dealing with depression, psoriasis, rosacea, prediabetes, fatty liver, horrible neuropathy pain. And as you can see from this, she was overweight. And she was basically just dealing with the loss of her mother and locked herself in her bedroom and watched every season of Survivor and snacked on those Buffalo Cheez-Its all day long. And today she is a totally different person. It has completely changed her life. She's down like 90 pounds now and doing hiking challenges and off medication. I mean, no more fatty liver, diabetes, psoriasis completely gone. And we're so happy for her. We love hearing her story. I don't know if she lost connection or whatever. I know she lives down there in the hills in southern Ohio, so you never know. But we're so happy for her. Luann, I don't know what happened to Michelle. She hopped off here too. We'll have you real quick kind of share what you were dealing with, and we're going to tell people how they can contact everyone and get this protocol.
All right. So I had heart palpitations due to chemotherapy I took 14 years ago. And the doctor said, well, maybe if you lost some weight, heart palpitations would go away. I didn't know I was fat. I weighed what I thought was normal because all my friends weighed around the same amount. The only problem is they're not as short as me. So I was overweight. I started taking it, and within 2 weeks, my heart palpitations went away. I was also experiencing blurred vision, eye floaters, rosacea. Yeah, look at that gal. And she didn't know she needed to lose weight. But within the first month, I lost 20 pounds. My eye floaters are gone. My blurred vision is gone. My rosacea is gone. And 55 pounds is gone.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, and you got your husband on this. I know, I don't think I have his picture on this laptop, but
Yes.
I mean,
And
he has had an amazing transformation as well.
he's lost 70 pounds.
Wow.
And I have my youngest daughter, Robin's little sister, has lost over 30 pounds now.
Yep.
Wow.
So,
Folks, if you are dealing with any of the stuff like we've been talking about tonight, and you're just on that hamster wheel, you're taking medications, nothing's really improving, I want to give you this aha moment, because we were all on the medications too. The medication is never going to fix the problem. It may keep you from being in the hospital, but it's never going, you're going to need the medication for the rest of your life unless you make some changes. That's why they say these diseases are chronic and progressive, because the medication is only masking the symptom. Everything's getting worse in the background. The medication is not fixing the insulin resistance. It's fixing the blood glucose. It's fixing the A1C. So it looks better on paper. It's fixing the cholesterol numbers for the doctor. It's not fixing anything. It's keeping you out of the hospital. If statin drugs, which are the #1 prescribed medication in the world, were keeping people from having heart attacks, why is cardiovascular disease still the #1 cause of death in the world today?
Exactly.
I mean, you all can draw your own conclusions, but you see, decades ago, they started removing the fiber from the foods to give it a longer shelf life, to make it taste better, to make it less satiating, because let's be honest, they're in business, right? And their business is to sell you more food. when you remove the fiber and you replace it with other starches and sugars and things to make it taste better, it makes you crave more and more of it. That's why you could sit down and eat a steak and a veggie and be full, but you can sit down at a Mexican restaurant and eat the whole bowl of chips and salsa and still eat your meal when it comes and then say, hey, are we getting dessert? Like, understand that it's the food. And unless you're growing your own garden, butchering your own livestock, or getting it from a farmer's market or a local farmer that you know, if you're buying it in the stores, everything that's bagged, boxed, and barcoded is destroying our health. Now, I'm not saying I never eat those things. I do. But we have a strategy now. And that is every time we eat something that we know is a carbohydrate and we know that the fiber has been stripped from it and we know that it's going to spike our blood sugar, we put this blend of plant fibers in front of that food. Because for years we didn't, and we all ended up with diabetes, blood pressure, all these problems, right? So I'll just tell you real quick. If you want to look into this protocol, reach out to whoever's page you saw this on, whoever shared this with you, invited you to this. We are trying to save as many lives as we can. And we need more people talking about it. And the only way we're going to get more people to talk about it is more people to get amazing results like we've all gotten. This protocol, these two products, have nearly 50 clinical trials that prove that they work as good as or better than most medication for all these problems. They're HSA and FSA qualified. They're licensed and registered in 60 different countries around the world. They're guaranteed to work. You can prove that they work with blood work. And when I say they're guaranteed, meaning if you aren't satisfied, you can just ask for a refund. The company will give you your money back. They give you access to a free fasting app that you can download. You can do a body scan with it. You can log all your meals. You can log every time you use the products, free. You also get coaching and mentoring from all of us for free. If you sign up with one of these people, you're going to basically get all of us because we all work together. We all help each other. So we've become a big family. We want to help as many people change their lives as we can. This has been a game changer for me. And if you want to try it, it costs you about $5.30 a day.
Cheap.
Now, to me,
You can spend
that's a drop in the bucket because I was spending more than $10 every morning on breakfast and coffees and sodas, right? So it's cost neutral. If you follow it the way it's designed, it is cost neutral. If you're like, well, $5.30 a day, that's over $150 a month. That's not in my budget. Then you're not seeing the value. It's not for you until you see the value. Your health has to be a priority for you. You have to want to change. We're not going to drag anybody. We're not going to twist anybody's arm. We want to help you, but you have to want to help yourself. Because if not, you're not going to take it consistently, correctly, and you're going to be like, that stuff doesn't work. Well, you've heard 10 different stories tonight that prove that it works. And we have thousands more. So if you're struggling with your health and you want to try something that's natural, that's not going to have any side effects, counteract with any of your meds, try the Feel Great system. But make sure you reach out to one of us, preferably the person that shared this with you or whoever's page you stumbled on or whoever invited you to this, because they can give you their discount code. You'll get the best price. Do subscription. It saves you like over $25 because you get free shipping and an additional $10 off. And you're going to get it about $75 cheaper than you can get at retail. And you get the coaching and mentoring. We're here to help. Does anybody got anything they want to close with? Ralph, anything?
You have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. Try it, prove us wrong.
Yeah. Luann?
Exactly.
There's no better day to start than today. Your life depends on it.
Jessica?
I mean, they already said it.
Hold on, I still went to Jessica first.
Come feel great with me.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything you'd like to end with?
Just don't wait like Ralph, I did,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
When you see it, don't procrastinate. All it does is make you
Yep.
get where you need to be.
Very true. Chad, Robin, anything?
Yep. So I always look at it this way. You're going to pay for your health one way or another. So you can pay for your health now, or you're going to be paying to get it back later.
Yeah. There's a saying, you
That's
either pay
good.
for your wellness or pay for your sickness, right?
So true.
Chad, anything?
Yeah, I mean, if you have any of those symptoms that Jeff pulled up earlier, don't wait to start on this. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Hey, Jeff,
Yes.
can I show you a picture?
Sure. Well, maybe. Oh, okay. Hold
Oh,
on.
wow, Chet.
Let me see if I can make Chet. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that
Wow,
was your
buddy.
leg before. Now, can you get your leg high enough to get it on camera and show us your leg now? Oh, he's got a recent picture. Wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow, Chet. That's amazing.
Chat, raise your camera up just a little bit higher.
Yeah.
There you go. Up, 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 up. There you go. Wow.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
I just had to. I mean, apprehensive about showing that, but I just do.
Yeah. Y'all,
Proof.
nothing's going to change until you change it. I mean, it's simple as that. Take care of yourself, folks. You're worth it.
Yep.
Yep.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah. Thank you all.